Hey folks, Larry from Achieving Reality, the podcast. Have you been trying to figure out what subscription box to sign up for? If you're a movie buff, then I've got what you need, baby! Horror Pack! For just $19.99 each month, you'll get 3 DVDs and an exclusive. Or you can spend $24.99 and snag 3 Blu-rays and an exclusive each month. Just go to horrorpack.com and pick your plan. Now, you've been told what to do, so go do it. horrorpack.com.
Damn it!
Oh, please don't do that, man. Ooh.
Talk to Larry.
Larry, don't do that. Okay?
Yeah, Larry, don't do that. He ain't even done anything yet. He's being chastised.
Hey everybody, it's time for another Achieving Reality, the podcast. Yes, I know. But this week, we talk about Marisa, in parentheses, and my trip to Memphis, along with Dave Sheets and his beautiful bride, June Sheets. We went there for our 25th wedding anniversary, which was actually August 17th. That's right, I've been married a really long time. Yes, that's right, somebody's put up with me that long. All right, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Achieving Reality, the podcast. We will see you at the end. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, Marisa.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, she's here.
Chris. Yeah, I am.
I'll see you later.
See you later. Bye. See ya. I'm out.
Me too.
Sweet.
All right.
I'll just go back to watching TV.
Now you
Okay.
got to finish the podcast.
It'll pick up me watching TV.
Hey, me, what do I got today?
Hey, Larry, what have I got today?
Well, I'm going to learn something new today.
I'm just going to read some shit off the internet, but I won't read it out loud. So enjoy the silence.
That's stupid. Damn pop-ups. Pictures of a guy with his hand down the toilet. Oh, the new listeners are confused.
Yes. We're back.
We are?
Well, Marisa and I are.
Yes, we're back.
We never left.
Well, we went out of town.
Remember we did the thing last week?
You did the thing last week. I went out of town.
No, we had the whole thing where we reviewed the thing and then we did WikiHow.
Oh, yeah, sure, because we haven't mentioned that these are recorded at all. Ever.
Never.
No.
Mm-mm.
People know they're recorded.
I
They wouldn't be able to hear them.
Exactly. Well, no, they could be live.
Like we're sitting around the table waiting for somebody to click play. Like, oh, hey, Larry! Oh, music. These guys are good.
Wow, that was pretty good.
I mean, they're not really good, but they put it together well.
It's all right. You know what? I don't even want to know why I'm listening to this.
For live.
You know? So,
On the man podcast.
yeah. So, Marisa and I...
Bing, bing, little light on the middle of the table. Lights up. Oh, what you got for me, Larry? I don't know. I'm out of stuff.
Hold on. I'm trying to bring things up.
Every episode's a different one.
But with the same jokes. Oop.
Well, go on. So we went out of town last week, right?
Yes, Marisa and I went out of town with Dave and June last week.
Easy.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm making hot water for anybody who can actually hear that. And we went to Memphis. And, I mean, the time we had there was great. Got to see Greenstein for the first and only time.
First and only time?
Yeah, I'm not planning on going back. We went.
Sun Records.
We saw Sun Records. We did that the first night while we were waiting for our hotel, but that's a whole nother story that'll be coming up in a minute. And,
Stay tuned, folks.
And we went and saw Stax Records, which is basically the home of Tennessee Soul.
Mm-hmm.
So Otis Redding and Isaac Hayes and a whole bunch of people were there.
Sam Cooke.
It was super, super cool.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even know it existed. And then we were just kind of, what are we going to do today?
You know Stax Record exists or the facility exists?
I didn't know the facility existed. I
Yeah.
knew Stax Records had existed. But it's that they tore the building down. A lot of it's that empty for 10 years before they put up a marker. Then they finally put up a marker. People were like, oh, yeah, we should get on. And then the whole community got together and built this.
Ordered a building from Home Depot.
Yeah, no.
That would have been awesome.
They built this place to look like it used to. And they built a school.
There's a school attached to
And
it.
they're all standing there going like, why don't we tear this down in the first place?
Because it was dilapidated and falling down.
Yeah.
He's going to rebuild it.
So yeah, it was really cool. They had Isaac Hayes' Cadillac there. It was on a turntable spinning around.
It's a hell of a turntable.
It was pretty cool.
Like 78.
Yeah, no. So that was really, really interesting. I learned a lot that I didn't know. And then, of course, Sun Records was great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Sun Records, for God's sakes. Talking about Sam Phillips and everything and how they got started in the radio station that was about 4 blocks away, where the radio first played Elvis ever, his first album ever. It's all really cool. And Graceland was just wild.
Lots of sequins.
Pictures of it do not do the Jungle Room justice at all. Anybody just walking around videotaping it to put it up, no, nothing. No justice at all. And it's funny is they got all these signs saying no video or photos on the grounds or in the place. And then you get there and like, you can take all the photos and video that you want. I'm like, then why do you have all these fucking signs up?
Because they've been there since the 70s.
No, these are new. And it's only been open since the 80s. So.
Oh, the sign's been there since the 70s.
No. But the property was really cool. The racquetball court was very interesting. He had that built in the 70s. And he actually played a game of racquetball before going inside and dying on the toilet. But, yeah, it was all really...
Racquetball's bad for your health.
What's that? Racquetball's bad for your health? Yeah, so nobody exercise anymore.
And a very modern frame of mind here.
Yeah. But it was all so cool. And Rendezvous, the barbecue joint there, we went there before we went to a Redbirds game, which is the AAA St. Louis Cardinals. That was a lot of fun. They were playing the Charlotte Guardians?
Charlotte Knights.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know who they're the AAA team for.
That game was pretty good, actually.
That was fun.
The final score was 11-1.
Yeah, we sat down and they scored 5 runs. We showed up at the bottom of the third, and we sat down, and they just started dink, 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 just runs coming in. Lady behind us like, oh, y'all need to show up every game.
Crap.
Did it just die on you?
This is not recording. Hold on.
No? We'll be back right after these messages.
All right, technical difficulties. You were saying?
What was I? Oh, so
We're talking about the Redbirds.
we had gone to Rendezvous, and it lives up to its, quote, world-famous barbecue moniker because holy shit was that good. We got a rack of ribs that you split between 2, so each one gets about 6-7 bones.
About 5 of those.
We had that, and they give you a thing of baked beans, which are phenomenal, and coleslaw, which is amazing. It's mustard and vinegar and some other stuff, and it's probably the best coleslaw I've had in a while.
Some slaw.
Yeah, it had some slaw and some coal in it. And the guy who was waiting our table was named Shorty, though he was tall. I guess that's called irony.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first day, before we went to Sun Studios, we went to Dyer's, which is where they do the 100-year-old grease. And
That's where you went for Sun the first night.
Yeah, we did. We did Dyer's for lunch.
And
then we went from there, we walked to Sun, which was about a mile away.
Yeah.
And did Sun Studios. We were literally the last group to be able to go on that specific tour. We walked in, they're like, how many? 4. Oh, okay, we can put you in this tour. And then the person who walked in, literally 30 seconds after I got done paying, oh yeah, it'll be an hour and a half. I went, damn. And June looks at me, she goes, wow, talk about being on time. I went, I know.
There's a great barbecue joint down the road.
Yeah, no, that's actually about a mile and a couple of tents. Because that was over by the hotel.
That was on
down
Beale
the road.
Street.
Yeah. Well, true. But then again, 200 miles is down the road.
Phoenix is down the road.
Yeah.
It depends on what road you're on.
Yeah, that's true. Which, that's a whole story in itself. So we
you
went...
go to Phoenix?
No. We went...
We were going to Vegas, but we got lost.
We went and picked them up.
Took a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Sure. And they took us back roads the whole way to Memphis.
So we did a lot.
So we got to see a lot of soybeans and cotton and corn.
Yay!
Yes.
And horses and cows and all that
It's like
all
a
that
buffet.
fun stuff. Yeah, except you couldn't eat any of it. And
Oh, no, it's raw. It's that new thing.
no,
Ultra raw.
no,
Jeez.
and
It's not farm to table. It's get out of your car and grab it and eat it in the field.
it's farm to car seat. But that was, I mean, it was a nice drive because it was something different. But yeah, we took interstates back.
Yeah, we stopped a few places. I feel like we stopped more going to Memphis than we did coming home.
Yeah, because
You know,
we had because it was earlier in the morning, and
Yeah.
And you're all excited about going out and being somewhere. And on your way back, it's like, let's get home.
it was that, and that's
I
one of the
gotta
reasons.
pee. You can pee when we get home.
And that's one
It's
of the
3 hours
reasons
away.
why I took interstate home was so I could go 80.
Because we were stuck behind.
And it's now raining again.
We got stuck behind a few vehicles.
Oh my god, we got stuck behind some grannies. We got stuck behind a garbage truck.
Yay.
And a log truck.
Yeah, the log truck.
That was fun.
So,
Yeah. People don't like getting stuck behind log trucks anymore.
no, not since.
That's his Final Destination,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So, we got there at about their time, 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Our time, 9:50.
No, they're just an hour behind.
So, yeah, we got there about 1:30, 2 o'clock. And we go in, looking to check in. We see all these people leaving. There's a lot of pilots and whatnot that stay there, apparently. So we walk in, we see them all leaving.
It was good in case you have to make an emergency landing.
Yeah,
While you're there.
yes, yeah. We're like, oh, I'm thinking in my head, oh, good. We can check in, go up to our rooms, relax for half an hour, and then get out there. Nope. We get there and
3
those.
o'clock check-in.
Nope. Those
4 o'clock.
fuckers wouldn't allow us to check in until 4.
4 o'clock, yeah.
Well, it's 4 o'clock our time.
No, 4 o'clock their time, 5 o'clock our time.
yeah.
So I'm like, fucking seriously? I was like, I spent 13 years as a traveling salesman, and I've never had a place tell me you can't check in until 4 o'clock. If I arrived there, unless it was like 11 in the morning, there's always a couple of rooms. Always. Especially in a hotel like that. So Dave had checked in 2 days prior, because he could, I guess. He went through his Hilton Honors stuff. And if I had remembered my number, I could have done it too, but I don't. I threw away my card 15 years ago.
I believe it was 4.
No, it's like a 14 number thing, like a credit card number. So I was just like, fuck it. And we said, can you hold our stuff? And we put it on a trolley, and they put it in the back. And then we went to Dyer's and did all that.
And they poked through it.
Hey, if they want to do that, that's their prerogative. I mean, they could have had some popcorn. I had popcorn. So we go to Dyer's and we go to Sun Records, and we look at our clocks. We're like, oh, okay. So we start walking back. We get back. It's 5.
Mm-hmm.
We go to check in. Now, before we had left, I had said, look, they're on the 10th floor. We want to be near them, within a room or two. Is that possible? Oh, yeah, not a problem. We'll do that.
I think it's 3. Yeah, room on 3.
No. We get back, and there's a big fat schlub sitting at the register. Doesn't give a fuck about anybody in front of him. Just wants to chat to his friends and pick up the phone and answer questions. I'm standing in front of him like I'm sitting across from you. And he doesn't say, hi, how you doing? What can I help you with? No. He picks up the phone and answers a question. Hangs up, looks at me, phone rings again, picks it up, answers questions. We notice there's 3 registered, but only one says, sorry, closed. The other lady is over in the sundries shop chatting with the third person, who I guess is on break or something. So she doesn't give a fuck. The person that's in the sundries shop, of course, doesn't care. And the guy sitting directly in front of me is basically ignoring me. He hangs up again, and I'm looking dead in the face. I'd like to check in. I'd like a room on 10. Oh, it's not cleaned. It's 5 o'clock in the fucking afternoon. Checkout's at 11 in the morning. How are they not cleaned?
Yeah, maybe their cleaning staff is as diligent as their desk staff.
Well, I find out the next day that that's the truth. I'm like, fine, whatever. Give me as high a room as you can. So they put us on 8.
Man.
They put us on 8. We're in 822. It's actually a pretty good room.
If you're ever there.
Yeah. And I will say, the room, very nice. Mm-hmm. The room is very, very nice. The only problems I had with the room is there was no remote for the television. The sink was cracked.
That's a problem.
And there's a little shelf in the shower that was also cracked, and you could see the mold that was in it, and the same with the sink. And the hallways were like 80,
Yeah, they were
90
really
degrees.
warm, yeah.
It was like 100 degrees out. The hallway's like 90. But then you get in your room, and it's 72, and you're like, oh, God, thank God.
Well, it's like depressurizing. You come in from outside, and they cool you off a little bit, and then they cool you off a little bit more when you get to your room.
Yeah, no, you came in from
Because
outside.
you come in from outside, and you go straight into that 60-degree room. It's like, you'll die.
Fine. I'd rather die cold than die hot on the way to the room.
You just dropped over dead.
Yeah. So there was that.
And it warms you up gradually as you go out.
No, you stepped out your room and it was instant blast of heat, and you're just like, oh, it's so hot.
Go back inside.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere.
Hey, we gotta go to Graceland. No.
No.
Bring Graceland here.
So
Virtual tour.
Yeah, but I'll just look at it on TV. So that was the biggest thing. Then the next morning, I step out to go down to breakfast, meet Dave and June downstairs. The bar restaurant is actually pretty good. The food there is pretty decent. I come out of a room and I hear the two maids that are on our floor, one on our side, one on the far side, screaming and hollering, not at each other, into their, they could be each other, they could have been talking to each other, but in their iPod, or their AirPods, so when they're on their phones, arguing with someone, cussing up a storm. And this is, now, you have to realize the next morning we had to be at Graceland at 9 o'clock so that we could be ready for the 9:30 run.
Sure.
So, and we ended up getting to Graceland.
Like Elvis ever got up at 9:30.
No, he was probably going to bed right about then. So we got to Graceland about 8:45, and we walked around the museum shop. Then they're like, okay, well, it's, we need to go line up. It's time to get ready to go, get on the bus to go literally across the fucking street to Graceland. Not, let's build a walking bridge and then just have groups of people gather and then walk across the street over the top of the thing. No! Get in a bus, it smelled like weed, drive across the street, get out of the bus, do your tour, which was a great tour, though I could have done without the iPad. And then get back into another weed-smelling bus to go back across the street, then do the whole museum. The museum is massive. Massive. I'm like, I can't believe they made us get on a fucking bus to go across the goddamn street. It's like, you build a bridge, done. You don't have to upkeep the buses. You don't have to pay for gas. You don't have to do emissions if they have that here. You don't have to pay taxes on the buses. You build it, done. And then you just keep it in small groups to walk over. And if someone can't, then you can take them over in a bus.
Well, maybe they don't have the money for it. That's why they.
No, if they had like 8 buses.
Oh.
They bought them in bulk. You remember Costco?
Sure, yeah. But then they could have bought the stairs to go over the street in bulk. So, but yeah, Graceland was great. So these two maids are just screaming over their phones. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, and Dave didn't get the 10th floor either. They were put on the 7th floor. Same room, just on the 7th floor.
So you just
7,
stomp on the floor every
22.
once in a while and let them know you're there.
Yeah, well, we did that, but they're solid concrete. It didn't really matter. I go, did you hear us? And he's like, no. I was like, oh, damn.
You had to get a bit of string and just tap on their window.
Yeah. So, like I said, the room was really nice, and everything that we did in Memphis was nice, but the bums there are very aggressive.
Oh yeah.
The urban outdoorsman.
No, the bums. I don't believe in PC. PC is what's ruining this nation. Yeah, the bums they're aggressive, and it's like, give me $1. It's like, Jesus Christ. It doesn't take much to be nice. They said that to me, actually, and as we were walking over, and it does for me. And then we went on and did whatever the hell we were doing.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I have to say though, Graceland to me was pretty amazing in the sense that
yeah, it's not a mansion in today's standards. It's
Right.
an average home in
it's an
today's
average
standards.
home, yeah.
But
you have to think.
It's a mech mansion.
no, it's not even that.
No, I mean you have to think like when he
It was a 5 and 4, so with a basement.
right, because I mean you have to think about this. When he's growing up, he's in a shack basically
Shotgun shack. It's
in Tupelo,
about as
Mississippi.
long as this.
It's not a big home. So you go from that to Graceland, and people think, "Oh my gosh, it's like
which he did not build.
a mansion." He didn't build.
It was there
He
first.
was already
He
there.
bought it from whoever owned it.
Yeah, he owned it. That they called it.
Yeah,
after
her name
it
was Grace.
Was Grace actually?
So
So-
they called it. No, here one of their mothers was Grace.
Yeah,
They called it Graceland, and he just kept the name.
Exactly. So, I mean...
4 acres.
I mean, you have to think about
Had
that.
horses.
Had horses. Had
A pool that needs to be cleaned.
And had, racquetball.
Well, by the time he gets back, they'll be clean.
Well, no. Lisa Marie and Priscilla still go there. They
Yeah,
still
they
live
still-
there. That's
they
why
still
you're not
live
allowed
there.
upstairs.
You're not allowed upstairs.
That's fine, but
So they could get it cleaned.
they're not using that thing.
What, the grandkids don't use it? Yeah, I think they might have used it at some point. I think they probably cleaned it when they were there. I mean, it was a week before they were there.
It was the 45th.
Priscilla Presley actually did a couple of tours.
Right. And,
She
and
took
it was,
people through the house.
And I guess
I think
it was
that's
also
wild.
the 45th anniversary of his death.
Yeah, and 40th
So-
year that Graceland's been
But,
open.
yeah. But I mean, you
I
think
just kept
about...
asking her about the naked gun.
Yeah, everywhere she walked.
What's
Nice
that?
beaver!
What's Leslie Nielsen like?
Dead!
Good answer.
But no, I mean, the acreage for the horses, I mean, it was, like I said, for me, I feel like I could see why it was his sanctuary. I know everywhere else was very flashy, very glamorous, I mean, everything was just
So was the
avant-garde. But I mean,
house.
you think about the house.
Pretty avant-garde on the
It
inside.
was, but you got to think about it. The fact
it's
that
his
he had-
avant-garde.
it was his, and he also felt like this was like, that was their home. And they,
There's only a short bus right to the museum, too, so.
yeah.
Slap.
I thought it was pretty interesting. I mean, again, I was not disappointed about the house.
No.
I
The
think it
city
was-
of Memphis is an absolute shithole. Everywhere you go.
No offense.
No, plenty of offense. Hey, guys, stop spending taxes on useless shit and fix your state
Yeah, exactly.
or your city.
Beale Street.
Beale Street is, Nashville, Broadway has seen some hard times due to COVID and all of that. You can tell. This place has been in a downward spiral for more than 50 years, and they haven't even attempted to clean it up. Oh, and on Friday nights, you have to pay a cover charge to even get on Beale Street. $10, and then you get a wristband. You can go into all the bars and everything without having to pay their cover.
Oh, it's like tip sharing.
Kinda.
Cover sharing.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's 5 Insomnia cookies here in Atlanta.
Oh, I didn't know they had that.
I didn't either. But there's one up in Kennesaw, and so they had Insomnia cookies, and they just heat up a cookie, but they're damn good.
Yeah, they are.
And you can put ice cream
They
on it and
just heat
stuff.
up a cookie?
Well, they probably make them ahead of time, and then when you're there, they just heat them up because they give them to you hot. But I had a vegan double chocolate chunk cookie that was out of this world, and a birthday cake cookie. It was also vegan. Marisa had a white macadamia nut, and didn't you do a regular chocolate chip or?
I think I did the chocolate chip, but I was trying to do at the very end, like
She
the
did the
last
chocolate
day
chip and the
With the
pop
ice
brownie.
cream.
with the ice cream. I was trying to get the moose tracks, but they didn't have it.
Well,
so
they had it. It just wasn't in their
It wasn't
system.
in their system.
She did the chocolate chip cookie and the pop brownie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, Dave and June did the brownies.
yeah, they did the brownies actually.
All the food there was really great. Everybody that was waiting on us, except for one person,
Oh my
was
gosh.
super, super, super nice.
Yeah, the wait staff. See, even at Dyer's, it
Well,
felt-
that guy was the first one we dealt with. He was crazy nice. He opened the door for us. He sat us down. I'll be your waiter. What can I get you to drink?
and then I even asked a question. I said, "What are you known for?" And he
And
says,
of course, our
My
hamburgers.
luscious
Our
personality.
"Are the hamburgers?" Okay, well, I didn't know if there was a specific hamburger that was.
Yeah, so they all got singles with cheese. I got a double without, but they put cheese on it, so I didn't care.
And then the fries were darker in color
Because the oil was
because of the
100 years
oil.
old.
But it still was really
Yeah,
good.
they
I
were
mean, the
super
taste of the
flavorful.
hamburger and the fries were just
So they taste
delicious.
like something.
Oh my god!
No, they tasted like French fries.
Yeah, they did.
They
Actually.
didn't taste gross. I mean, they filter it every night, and they add new when they have to. But it's like making a sourdough.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably none of it's probably the original oil anymore. But they've been using the same setup for so long. There might be a couple of molecules of the original oil in there somewhere.
Yeah. Well, even Rendezvous, that place had been around for like 40...
80 years.
Oh, 80 years, I'm sorry. And so you think, they're obviously doing something right.
They do a dry rub in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not covered in sauce like we like to do here or in a lot of other places. And I was like, all right, well, let's see what it tastes like. And it was amazing. And I was like, yep, I don't need sauce. But I tried their sauces, and their sauces are great.
But it was,
So,
it
was
was
just,
definitely really a good,
yep,
definitely
just
a good time.
clean up the city,
There's
ship the bums off to Kandahar, and start making it nicer, and you'll have even more people show up.
No, the other thing about Memphis that I was telling Larry about, I felt like
I think we should ship all of our homeless to Kandahar, by the way. That's my new thing.
Okay.
well,
Because then they'd have somewhere else to be homeless and not here.
Well, I will say on a positive note about Memphis that I thought was really cool was the fact that
To counteract everything Larry just said, I'm
No.
going to say,
no,
Oh, yeah, and look, she's getting little taking care of
yes,
business
I got,
earrings.
yes, I'm wearing my taking care of business earrings
got her TCBs on.
that Larry bought for me. No, but the history in Memphis to me was just so amazing. We saw
Oh, yeah, they had
so
a
many
shit ton of history.
placards and things on
Oh, yeah, they put plates in the
plates
ground
in
with
the ground,
history written
with history
on it.
written on it. And
Whereas,
everything.
usually they put it on the building.
Mm-hmm.
No, these
Or
are...
a sign.
Yeah, or a sign. Well, they have the signs, too. But if it's a specific building, they'll put it on the floor in the ground in front of the building. And then they also have whatever on the building,
Right, which is
kind of cool.
really
So,
cool. We did also see. We
I
went.
went into one
Probably also
actual...
makes those things harder to steal.
Yeah. But I went into one actual used record store, but I only had like 4 minutes to flip through the stuff before they closed.
Yeah. Well, the other thing we also did too was that we were.
How was it?
Well, what I saw was pretty good, but I didn't find what I was going to look for. So,
But there was also a little museum in that record store too.
well, the sundry shop.
Oh, the Sundry.
But yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. The other thing we did too was that we were across the way from the Peabody Hotel, and that's
Oh yeah, so
one of the older.
so we
one of
went
the
to
oldest-
watch the ducks
and
do
we
their
watched the
their
ducks.
parade.
Yeah, that was actually
We watched
kind
them
of funny
go back upstairs, and then the next day we went up after they'd done their walk down.
to see
their mansion.
Their mansion, yeah, that was kind of funny
So.
actually. But great view of the city.
Yeah,
Great view actually.
and we saw the pyramid,
The
which is now the
pyramid.
world's largest
Bass Pro
Bass
Shop.
Pro Shops.
Oh my gosh! And it even has a
It-
hotel
it-
in there too.
Yeah, there's a hotel in there. And it was-
you can stay at the Bass Pro.
yes.
Yes, you can actually.
And you can either look out or you can look in at the Bass Pro Shops.
right, those are your.
So you can have a
choices.
balcony for Bass Pro Shops, or you can just look out the windows.
Right. And then what did we find? Oh, so I went over there asking the prices of it. Just
Oh
to
yeah, so
see.
they have a what's
So-
it called, Governor's Suite or something like
Governor
that.
Suite, yeah.
$2,200 a night.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I'm paying that for a Bass Pro Shops hotel.
Well, I told him, I said,
Though the rooms did look nice.
so I asked for just a regular room, and it was like $290 a night, which is not too bad, but still.
That's an external room.
That's an external
I
room.
think all the hotel prices are way overpriced.
Yeah, they're
Oh, of course
definitely
they are.
overpriced, whatever.
Especially now.
But
because
even-
now they don't even have the staff to support them.
Right. Well, what's interesting, even in
Goes
this
back
Bass
to my hatred of
Bass Pro, I mean, we did see alligators. We saw
Yeah.
all different kinds of fish as
Yeah,
well
they had
too.
giant catfish swimming
Catfish we
around
saw
in
there. The
They
other
just
thing
flop
is,
around on the floor.
Yeah.
yeah. Then we went into Wahlburgers.
Oh yeah, they had a Wahlburgers in there.
Yeah, and
and,
they
I
even had
hadn't
a-
eaten yet, so I was like,
so he
I
had
gotta
to get
I
a
gotta get a
burger.
burger to go.
And they even have
You got to
bowling.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had already eaten, and we just walked around the whole place. They had already purchased their stuff, so I just went in to go grab something to go. Where did we go after that? Oh, that's when we went to Stax.
That's
that was the
when
same
we
day
went
we went
to
to
Stax.
Stax.
Yeah, exactly. But they also have a bowling alley.
In
There's-
Wahlburgers.
In Wahlburgers.
Sounds like they had trouble planning this place. Either that,
Well, I mean, it's-
either that or when they went in to redesign the place, they're like, what do we do with the bowling alley?
Oh no, bowling alley
No,
wasn't there.
I don't think it was
originally.
there
It was
because
built for
for-
Wahlburgers.
Well, no, I think originally, as you said, it was for a sports team.
Yes, it was originally built for the Memphis Grizzlies, their NBA team. They didn't like playing there. The place leaks like a sieve for some reason, and it still does.
They did concerts
And it was
there too.
it was blinding people. So they built another arena right off of Beale Street for the Memphis Grizzlies. They play there still. And it sat empty for 15, 20 years. And they started doing concerts in it. They made it a concert venue. The acoustics were absolute garbage in that place because it's a fucking pyramid.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what to do with the giant elevators that go to the top of the pyramid so you can go to the lookout. And so, again, it sat empty. And then Bass Pro Shops came along and said, we'll give you X to build the world's largest Bass Pro Shops. And they said, done. And so they went in there, gutted the entire place, and built the Pro Shop.
But the elevators were still there.
And the
because they're
elevators are
doing-
still there because now they charge you like $10 to
$10
go up to
to
the...
go up to the top.
and to look out, to go out on a balcony up there.
Yeah, it was crazy. Actually, I was like, oh my gosh.
$10, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do that.
No, we didn't go.
We didn't.
I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I'd go if it was free.
Right. But
It was like $2.
Yeah,
you know?
even if it was like $2 or even $6, I probably would have done
or
it.
something like that. Yeah,
But $10?
yeah.
No, fuck no.
And there was a line waiting for people
Yeah, big one.
to go to the top. You know, I was like, okay.
Come on, we gotta get up there so we can look out the thing.
Oh my gosh. But no, it was definitely, I mean, I feel like people had mentioned to me, Marisa, you feel like you packed a lot in, like the 4 days you were there and everything. I was like, well, we did, but I feel like we had
But we did it at a relaxed pace.
Yeah,
It was like, if we don't
exactly.
make it, we don't go. So
right,
who cares?
exactly. The only thing
The
that
only thing we
really
had to make sure we did was Graceland, because you had to order those tickets
But you
ahead
had
of time.
to order these tickets in advance, so, you know.
I'm just happy we didn't go the week before, because that was the week of his passing, and that place would have been a mess.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. But that's the thing. We didn't see, I mean, we saw people, but even on a Saturday night, you would have thought that Beale Street would have been packed. It really wasn't. I mean, yes,
Well,
there were.
It's
there
also
were
the
people.
school year,
And they're
and
charging to get in.
That too.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not. I mean, it's not Nashville.
I know it's not Nashville. I know that. You know,
And
but-
Saturday in Nashville is madhouse.
Right, exactly. But
Saturday
Yeah,
in
it was-
Beale Street's a bunch of bums screaming at you to give them money, and
Yeah.
locals who have nothing else to do.
the Sun Records
Well,
was
how,
cool.
how the homeless get in there?
They're not technically homeless, some of them. They live in a city-run facility just a block or two down the street.
Oh, so they're already there.
So they're already there, so
Yeah.
they're just flooding out of that building at night
Well,
to
that's
pester
pretty true.
the people.
That's pretty
Actually,
true.
we had one guy wanted to show us where Sun Records was. We
Yeah,
were like, no.
y'all going down to that the thing down there? Sun Records? Yeah, that. Yeah. I'll show you where it is. I think we can
Oh,
find out
God,
how to
thank
walk
you.
in a straight line. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but
Well, that's very shrewd by the local government.
Yeah.
Keep them all on Beale Street. That's where all the tourists are going to be.
Well,
So-
they're not on
they're
Beale
not on
Street.
Beale
They're-
Street.
They're a
above-
block or two off Beale Street,
yeah.
but it's close enough.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is close enough. But even like with Sun Records, like you and Dave were behind the microphone where Elvis, performed.
What does that have to do with Beale Street?
No, but I'm saying just the history of, that's what I was talking about initially, is that we saw a lot of stuff on Beale Street, but for the most part, no, the bums, unfortunately, they were just real aggressive about.
Yeah, they make
just
the bums
coming
here look passive.
Yeah, just asking for,
Though most of the bums here are just going to sit there with a sign and just look at the floor.
yeah. Well, we saw that yesterday at
$1.
the Braves game.
No. May I have $1?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a very quick rundown of our trip to
Not so quick.
Memphis. Well, I mean, there was a lot to get in there, and I had to bitch about things.
Yeah, a lot of bitching.
but the Graceland, the museum, we didn't even talk about that. The museum.
There's 10 million artifacts.
Yeah,
They're not all
between-
there. A lot of them are in storage, but they rotate them in and out.
A lot of them over at Nick Cage's place.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just like between.
they were over at Neverland Ranch, but he
Oh
died
my
too.
gosh!
So.
No, but between the cars, the motorcycles, the boats, and
The jumpsuits.
the jumpsuits. I was just like,
You
man.
walk in, and the thing is taller than our building, and it's 3 to 4 levels, and it's full, all life size. They're all standing on mannequins. These jumpsuits. It's crazy.
Behind glass, I hope.
Yes, behind
yes,
glass.
behind glass.
Temperature controlled. The whole nine is
Has to
my
be.
gosh.
humidity controlled as well.
Those
I
things
mean-
stink to high heaven.
Yeah. So it was pretty crazy.
Between that and
Now
the
stink of
records.
sweat and high karate.
Oh, did I get that picture?
Oh well, let me. Just
He
say-
had a bottle of high karate in the karate section of the.
No, I'm not lying.
I know. I'm saying
That's
he
those suits can't be cleaned because of all the gems and rhinestones and things around them.
right.
They can't even be dry cleaned.
No.
So he just would douse them in high karate and go on about his business.
But the thing is that Chris, these jumpsuits look like they were brand new.
Yeah,
I mean,
they've done something.
They've had to do something to them because I can't imagine.
Well, he only wore them for like a couple hours a night. And he probably only wore them like 2-3 times.
Yeah, I mean, it was just between that.
Here's the placard,
That's the most valuable bottle of high karate ever.
and it's half full. High Karate Aftershave and Cologne, developed by Pfizer in the late 1960s. This aftershave and cologne came with karate and self-defense instructions to help users fend off women, which we
That's
know.
actually funny.
We did on the podcast.
We've done it
eons ago.
Yeah.
Right.
We haven't played the record.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Yeah,
It was in there with his karate gis.
Yeah, because there was that one part.
Where do we put this?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's too precious to throw out. Put it with the karate stuff.
Oh wow.
Well,
and then
here's something pretty funny too, because before you go and see all his outfits, you see all the people that he, whatever, I can't think of the word, influenced to wear them. It's Kiss.
Kiss, front and center.
Yeah. I mean, he's the reason why they dressed up like that.
Well, they dressed up like that because they were trying to do a kabuki thing.
Well, that as well.
I half wonder if the same guy who made his made theirs.
Maybe.
Because there's only one manufacturer of the
Yeah.
jumpsuit.
The other thing too is that they did have
Def Leppard.
with all the different artifacts they had was just unbelievable. They even had a section of him when he was in the military.
Yeah.
So they, showed up like his uniform,
Dolly,
and, his bag, his duffel bag, and just how he had to go in and do the actual haircut. And,
The Rock.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we saw some interesting ones. You had Dolly Parton, you had Blake Shelton, you had Justin Timberlake, you had.
Sounds like they're trying to trade on other people's celebrity. It's like, you guys have Elvis. You don't really need.
Well, they were showing who he influenced over the years. Like, here's his 1968 comeback special leather outfit with apparently Dave and I in the reflection.
Shame you couldn't have got the reflection so Dave's head's like right level with the neck of the outfit.
That would have been funny, but Dave would have had to been standing on a ladder.
Right.
So,
yeah.
There's another suit from the 1968 comeback special. So, yeah,
And
it was.
oh my gosh, all this. And then, of course, the jewelry, too. That was another thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
The high that he wore when he apparently thought he was Jewish.
Well, his mom was Jewish.
I know. Is a 60 at the time when he bought it was a $60,000 ring.
I can't imagine what it is.
I can't even imagine how much that costs now. Other than the fact that it was Elvis's and worn by Elvis. Just taking that out of it, it's 16 carats, and not mentioning all the gold.
Well, and that's the thing is like I was telling earlier about the cars and the motorcycles and boats. Elvis didn't have a garage.
He had a carport.
He had a carport. Now I know all this wasn't there all
they're all
at the same
behind glass
time,
and everything.
but it's just like
That's just some of them. But
where would you put some of this stuff? And I thought maybe the jumpsuits were also in his house too, but
does it make you wonder? Like,
he must have had
what was the conversation like when he decided to make that change over to the jumpsuit thing? We'll change up the look a bit. What do you think? Onesie?
Well, he probably said, I want to do a jumpsuit because it's easier to deal with on stage. You don't have to worry about pulling down a shirt and picking up your pants. And
yeah, but it takes two people to get you into it.
Well, he had like a dozen. He had the Memphis Mafia.
Yeah,
so they were helping him get into it anyways.
It's not easy to get into and out of.
No.
That's what he chose.
I'm sure they had a whole lot of
shaking going on.
A whole lot of issues unique to those jumpsuits.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Just oh my god.
But yeah, so that's
so here's the picture of me in front of the gold record wall.
Oh yeah, that was
for scale.
Larry for scale.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I guess in this case I'm the banana.
Yeah.
And then we also yeah.
Just, there you go. There's me in front of Graceland.
Yeah, like I said, the only part we couldn't go is
here's me behind Graceland.
But, oh my gosh.
Here's me above Graceland.
Here's me with a cigar in my mouth.
Not at Graceland.
Yeah, it was.
No.
But it was interesting. Some of the, like I said, the rooms and everything. I mean, but Elvis did a lot of redecorating.
Here's Darth Vader with Gene Simmons bass.
But before they actually moved,
where's that at?
Oh, it's just a picture I found.
I was gonna say.
There's the Duckies at.
At the Peabody. Yeah, that was
everybody.
That was cute, actually.
I was staring at you like, go away.
No, I was far enough away.
There was just like the handler. He had told a huge story about
how the whole thing got started.
How it got started and everything. And I was like, I don't remember the story being told
because they don't tell it in Orlando. Yeah.
And then we also went to a distillery. That was one of the things we also did as well.
Because of Dave.
Because Larry wouldn't have any interest in that.
Oh, I mean, I have interest in it, but he's the one who found it.
But the thing was, is that there were
he
certain
knew it was
sections.
There all along. That's the only reason went up there.
Yeah. Well, no, we didn't go to any breweries.
Yeah.
Because he's a distiller now.
He's still a brewer.
But no, it's interesting because there's certain parts of Memphis that were cleaned up, you know? That,
Yeah, they're trying to turn it into a nice...
Giuliani it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean...
They're following your advice?
No.
They're doing what you say to do?
No, because it's only like a block.
Yeah, it's not all
Just one block at a time, man.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I guess some of the places had a view of the Mississippi River, which was low, too, actually.
No, it was high.
Oh, it was high?
Yeah. We saw was Mud Island.
Oh, that's what we saw. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I
and
guess
there's homes and apartments and all that kind of shit on Mud Island.
But yeah, no, I have to say, we definitely had a good time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Other than the shitty service at the hotel and the bums.
Except for all the crap I just complained about.
Except everything I complained
No,
about,
but
we
everything
actually had a lot of
was
fun, though.
really, like I said, just a lot
Redbirds
of fun.
game was great, too, so...
Yeah, that was actually
Well, if you're a Redbirds fan,
I'm a Cardinals fan.
you're a fan of the other team, who won something?
No, I don't even know who they're the AAA team of, so...
Charlotte?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I don't know. Charlotte doesn't have a baseball team.
You do. It's a AAA team.
I mean a pro team.
Yeah, we don't know who the pro team is.
They're almost pro.
Hey,
Well, this was like, did you pay for tickets?
they're not major... Yeah.
Either that pro team.
Yeah, they're not major league. All right, so...
They're just league.
So there you go.
They're not minor league. They're not major league. They're just league.
No, they're minor league. So there you go. That's our trip to Memphis. So,
Okay, here. The Charlotte Knights are a minor league baseball team of the International League and the triple affiliate of the Chicago White Sox.
Okay.
There you go.
Thanks.
So there you go. Now you
All right.
know.
So cue
you know.
cue Elvis music. All right, and there you have it. Another episode of Achieving Reality, the podcast, done and done. I hope you liked the Memphis episode. I'm kind of hoping there's another one. It was a lot of fun. I will say that everything was great, except for the things I complained about. Graceland, amazing. Sun Records, amazing. Stax Records, it was amazing. I mean, everything was great, except for the fact that Beale Street is a dump. Nothing like Nashville's Broadway. All right, so for Chris, Marisa, in parentheses, and everybody else involved, I'm Larry saying, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Uh-huh.
Stay tuned, folks.
Hey there, listeners. Larry here. If this is your first time listening, then hey, how's it going? If you're listening with a friend or just kind of ran into us, I can help you find us some more. You can find us by searching on Spotify or Podbean by typing in Achieving Reality in the search bar, or you can go on Facebook and type in Achieving Reality and find us that way. Thanks a whole lot and keep enjoying the show. We love you all.